Lamb onwards. 1 second.
Okay.
We've come a long way from that filthy swamp, haven't we? You've given us a victory that will be remembered for years to come. Escorting you to the causeway is the least that we can do. Are you ready to go?
It's fast travel.
Are we ready to go, Lamb?
Probably.
Yes. Let's head to the causeway.
Well, that was fast.
We traveled quickly.
Dude. Transition sound is so loud.
Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to point me that way. Pretty sure we need to go this way?
Do. I was trying to save.
Gotcha. Action roll through the portal.
We've had rumors of another battle. Is it true? Jane Cassinda's army retreating in disarray?
True enough. And the little queen is safe.
And Rosalind, what did you think of her? Worthy to wear the crown or no?
No, she's weak.
She's white.
She's young and soft-hearted. With guidance, she could become strong.
I think that bodes well for us. Strength can be learned. Empathy and compassion cannot.
What about our proposal? Does she favor the Legion?
Rosalind agreed to an alliance. She and Devonsey gave their word.
Well done. But that's not all, is it? The news can't all be good.
Jane Cassinda is the daughter of the old king. She told me herself. You never knew?
I always thought that was just a rumor. This changes things.
If Jane Cassinda is the old king's daughter, then she has a claim to the throne. Probably thinks it's her right.
Better to strike now while she's off balance. Still reeling from her loss at Glitterdelve.
I mean, I don't really think any of these are good options, but okay.
Yeah, curious to know what the hell this one actually means.
Right? I think that's supposed to be negotiating with Jane, but...
Jane must have a stronghold, and it's probably well guarded. We need an army of our own.
Stonebridge can field an army of automatons if need be. If we can seal an alliance with them, they might be willing to help us against Jane.
Jane could be anywhere. Do you know where she's gone?
Jane's capital is 5 days' march from here, maybe more. She calls it the Spire. Half cathedral, half fortress, on the summit of a mountain. That's where she'll be. The most impregnable stronghold in Ebb.
Would the Meisters really go to war with Jane?
Doubtful. No profit in it. And besides, these merchants and bankers are soft.
I agree. Our chances may be slim, but it's still worth a try.
Okay.
So all that really told us is, hey, go talk to the Meisters of the city.
If I remember right, the Meister's chapter on the guide is actually a lower number than what we just did.
Right.
Oh, there probably would have been more dialogue had we done the Meisters. And before the Meisters just want us to run around town for a while and do fetch quests.
I need my laundry done.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
I have entered the Meister Hall.
Free the Krug! Free the Krug!
All right, the Krug. Free the Krug.
Rejoice! The Meisters...
Ah, half a minute there. You came from the chapter house, did you not? Tell me, is it true? Has the Legion returned?
I mean, who's he asking, but yes.
Only a few of us.
Looks
But
like
yes,
you. I see the metal
We've
boobs.
reclaimed the old chapter house.
Ha, let them laugh at me now. Meister Wolf, with his silly dreams of radiant children and prophecies of the Legion's return.
Oh, he's also seen.
Are any Legionnaires still living in Stonebridge?
Who
I'm
here
sorry,
hasn't had
but I'm
dreams
afraid
of
not.
radiant
Jane
children?
and her mobs were quite thorough. That whole affair was a mark of shame upon our city. Be assured that I took no part in that
Hello,
travesty.
Goblin.
Nor did my father, or anyone else who bears the name Wolf.
Yes, yes, Goblin. Yes. What is he doing?
It's a very strange walk cycle.
A little bit. I don't know if we really ever intended to pay attention that closely to.
If we were ever supposed to get this close a look.
That too.
You had a dream of a golden-haired child? A boy?
Precisely so. Not a fortnight past. I dreamt that I saw a golden-haired boy standing at my bedside. He bade me get up and follow him.
I'm sorry, Wolf. Can we pause this conversation for a moment? Hey, you, Goblin in the background. Can you just stop?
It looks like he needs to be doing like some gremlin giggling.
A little bit. Yeah.
You saw the radiant youth? Are you descended from the Legion?
Wish I were, but no. My father was a merchant, and his father as well. If I'd had any Legion blood, I dare say I'd have been killed with the rest of them 30 years back.
I'm sorry, Wolf. I'm not paying attention to your conversation right now. I'm just paying attention to the Goblin in the background.
Tell me the rest of your dream.
The boy led me through the city square, then up to the chapter house gate. Only, it wasn't dark and abandoned, as it's been for so long. It was clean and bright. Lion banners snapping in the breeze. Gates open wide, as if expecting the Legion's return. Then I awoke, and there I was, standing in my underclothes, in the middle of the street, gawking at the ruins of the chapter house. The child's idea of a joke, I dare say. Still, I knew it was more than a dream.
Okay.
At least the human background's more just like casual.
Yeah, it's a little jerky, but
I would call it a little stiff, but yeah, jerky through. Not the smoothest animation, but better than that.
yeah, from the usual view we get of it, doesn't really need to be. So.
No, but it's better than that.
I'm here to address the Meisters. We want to propose an alliance against Jane Cassinder.
An alliance? That'll be tricky business. I can force them to give you a hearing, at least. I'll warn you, though, they're scared. Scared of Jane Cassinder and her armies. Scared that we'll lose our republic if she takes the city by force. And scared of other things, too.
The Meisters are scared of something else. Something inside the city?
Yes, it's
No,
3 feet behind
forget
me.
I spoke of it. The other Meisters will know you've been talking to mad old Wolf with his secrets and conspiracies, and that won't win you any friends on the council.
I'm ready to address the Meisters.
Capital. I shall go on ahead and announce you. We'll await you inside.
I'm disappointed I can't talk to you, Goblin.
Yeah, just a little.
Would have been more annoyed if I could talk to the human.
The goblin is too good to talk to you. Stonebridge is governed by the Council of Meisters, who are elected from among the leading citizens of the town. Each Meister holds a major city office: mayor, first constable, chief barrister, master of the college, and spokesman for the guilds. The Meister...
Welcome to the Stonebridge jail. Do you have business
Free
with
the
the
Krug!
incarcerated?
Isn't running a jail a bit complicated for an automaton?
I apologize, but I was not designed to answer questions of a remedial nature. I repeat, do you have business with the incarcerated?
Not at the moment. I should be going.
Wasting the time of Stonebridge constables is not presently a jailable offense, but this policy is subject to change without prior notice. Good day.
Anywho, we're over here.
The Meisters administer all state functions, though in practice these are few in number. The Stonebridge government is strictly lays my brain has forgotten how to say this word. It's fair market. Lay says fair. I used to remember how to say this word, but it's gone. Preferring to keep taxes low and laws few while encouraging individual enterprise. Stonebridge territory includes the town proper and the rich farmlands of the south, which once fed most of Western Ebb. The city is a free republic, and it owes no allegiance to any external power. Neither the former monarchy of Ebb nor the Adjunite Church has any authority within the bounds of the city.
Laissez-faire.
Yes, thank you. Like, I looked at it for 2 seconds, had it in my brain, went to say it, and it was gone.
By the way, I interacted with the door. Not the constable.
Mm-hmm.
However, behind this barred door is a notorious dead man cell. Only the most infamous criminals are imprisoned here, only after they have been sentenced to death. Last occupant of the cell was the goblin Nibbletack, the so-called Kitten Ripper, who tried to single-handedly solve the problem, in quotes, of the much-loved feral cats that once filled the streets of Stonebridge.
Kitten Ripper, huh?
I would imagine it's supposed to be a Jack the Ripper kind of reference, but...
I mean, yes. But with kittens.
ripping them.
Let it rip.
Gentlemen and goblins, order! Council recognizes the envoy from the 10th Legion.
Meister Wolf tells us that you propose an alliance. A grave matter indeed. Perhaps our colleague forgot to emphasize how deeply we value our neutrality.
A war with Jane Cassinder would risk the very life of our Republic. What do we gain by siding with the Legion?
I mean, considering Jane is basically poised to take this town at her whim, you're still kind of fucked.
Yeah, I don't...
It's more a mercy letting you keep the town and letting you save face.
Alternatively, you owe the Legion. The Goblin has hair.
At least the goblins aren't running around. Do you think that one's wearing a wig?
I honestly wonder if it is a wig. It definitely looks like one of those powdered wigs from colonial era.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's part of the Whig Party?
The what?
Whig Party?
I think he said, is he part of the wiki?
I mean, he might be part of the Whig, but the Whig Party. Everybody who doesn't know, that was an actual political party.
The Royal Army is destroyed. It's only a matter of time before Jane Cassinder turns against you. Let us help protect your city.
You are alone. When facing a hungry wolf, it is better to have friends, yes?
A fair point. We are reasonable fellows, and we know that Jane Cassinder looks upon Stonebridge with covetous eyes. Nonetheless, you can understand why some in the city might fear the Legion's return.
Countless legionnaires were murdered in our streets. People might think that you've come to seek revenge.
I mean... revenge dressed up as justice?
Just how many of you turned against the Legion? Surely Meister Wolf took no part.
We cannot all be Sigismund Wolf. Everyone remembers how he ran about the square, trying to put himself between Jane Cassinder and the Legionnaires.
Got himself trampled by her horse for his trouble. Very honorable conduct. A credit to his fine old name.
Hear, hear!
But understand, those were different times. The Legion were said to be kingslayers. Many did things that they now regret.
I do feel like the "we only want justice" line will actually be getting turned around on us as a hidden form of revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the past. Those murders are 30 years gone. We came here to reconcile, not for revenge.
Words alone are unlikely to sway our good citizens. Perhaps if we form a committee, study the problem for several months or a year.
Nonsense! The Legion is no threat. There's far more dangerous things in this city, if you would only open your eyes.
Ah, our colleague again speaks of the dapper old gent, no doubt.
Indeed, sir, I do. You think that the trouble in the foundry is not the work of the gent?
And a skeleton. Roman numeral idol. I don't see no idol. Lied to me. I don't know which of these. But I suppose it'd be a good idea to question who the hell the dapper old gent is.
The gent? Who is he?
Our nemesis, our tormentor, his retribution in mortal guise.
Meister Wolf, let us not turn aside from the matter at hand. We owe the Legion our vote.
No, wait. That hardly seems fair. Force a vote now, and it will assuredly go against the Legion. I propose a recess. Let us each speak privately to the Legionnaires, so that we can reach an informed and impartial judgment.
Oh, the Goblin has a name. Wasn't expecting it to be
he does.
Mudgutter. But if he has a name, he might actually be part of the wiki.
How many votes do I need to win your support?
A simple majority will suffice. 3 of 5 votes cast in the Legion's favor. Council declares a recess. We shall reconvene after the Legion envoy has spoken to each of my esteemed colleagues, and all are prepared to render a judgment.
Objective, talk to Fatal. Talk the mud gutter. Mud gutter first?
Sure.
Yes. I was wondering when you'd come and harass me. No doubt you're here to solicit my vote for your organization.
The fuck's with the hostilities, Mud Gutter? You're the one that suggested this.
Right?
The shit, guy.
You could at least offer me a proper introduction.
Oh, yes. Trivialities. I'm Lord Barrister Mudgutter, Director of the Office of Contracts and Patents, Chief Magistrate of Stonebridge. And I have some other random titles with capital letters. I think I'm technically the High Marshal of Top Fermenting Beverages.
Ah, yes, the Beer Meister.
I could see it.
Then I trust you're the goblin to talk to if I want the Meister's support.
One of them, yes. I think you'll find that Wolf is very much smitten with the romantic notion of the Legion. The rest of us need convincing.
How can the Legion earn your vote?
Well, you could help me alphabetize court documents, but a better use of your talents would be to help me with an investigation.
I knew it. Fetch quests.
Normally, I'd have Wolf handle the situation, but it happens to involve a sizable degree of danger, and Wolf is too important to risk.
If this is the price for your
Crazy,
support,
he's moving when he
I
talks.
accept. Just tell me what you need.
So, the matter at hand. We've had numerous reports of masked individuals hauling automatons into the crypts under the city. Whatever their aim, they are slowly eroding our defenses, and that is intolerable, especially with Jane Cascinder and her army on the loose. If someone was to enter the crypts and purge them of these criminals, I would owe that person a favor.
You said that these crypts are underneath the city?
Indeed. Old records refer to them as the Crypts of the Sacred Blood, a vast network of tunnels extending from the farmlands in the south. With every passing generation, further tunnels are dug. No one has charted them all. The crypt in question is cut off from the rest, thanks to a tunnel collapse some years back, so you needn't fear getting lost.
Have many of your automatons gone missing?
Only a few have gone missing. More troubling is that a few have returned looking like they were opened and studied.
Interesting.
Consider it done. We'll be back when we've dealt with these criminals.
Well then, if you keep your word, I shall do the same and cast my vote in support of the Legion. Good day.
Ah, so the Legion has come looking for my vote. These are perilous times. An entangling alliance is hardly prudent. But I forget my manners. I am Rorik Castle, City Meister and Factol of the Ironmongers.
The hell's a factal?
Faction head? I don't know.
A factal. The internet lamb. The leader
of a faction.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Sigil Neverwinter Nights 2 Persistent World Wiki.
The fuck? Okay.
Neverwinter Nights 2 Persistent World based on the Dungeons & Dragons Planescape setting. Okay. Didn't know this was even a thing. But, hey, at least they have the definition of what the hell a factal is.
In the council meeting, Wolf said something about the Foundry. Is that your responsibility?
Ah, yes. That is our responsibility. The Foundry is the wellspring of our city's prosperity. We keep the economy in motion, and we are the drumbeat of progress.
Your guild is obviously important. We need friends like you, and we're willing to prove our goodwill.
I've seen his kind before. Coo with him about how important he is, and he'll be clay in your hands.
If you wish to be of service, there is a certain problem that requires attention. The Foundry is presently overrun.
So we need to do a bunch of murders.
Blasted
Gotcha.
Cyclopses. They were docile workers for years, but something in them snapped, and they've brought the Foundry to a standstill.
Why would they do this? Do you have any idea?
None at all. But I'm not involved in the day-to-day supervision of their work. Speak to my foreman, Mr. Snell, at the Foundry. He will explain our
He's probably a goblin.
in greater detail.
It also sounds like the name of a foreman.
Greetings, Legionnaire. If you've come to win my vote, don't
Why do you
bother.
have
My
Disney
mind is made up.
eyes?
Stonebridge will have no entangling alliances. So that's that. Now, if you need some little task to occupy your time, or if you have a question, perhaps I can be of service.
Why are you so eager to dismiss the Legion?
I trust the Legion. What I don't trust is this city. It has
Fair.
a dark history with the Legion. Some doors should remain closed. Personally, I wish you great success in restoring the Legion, but I don't feel my vote for you is in the best interest of Stonebridge.
Fair.
Are you sure there's nothing we
The
can
eyes
do
are
to win
still
your
throwing
vote?
me off.
A little bit.
At the moment, no. But worry not, I'm sure the other Meisters will vote for you if you sate their self-interested needs. Now, I do have a task or two for you. It's not going to win over my vote, but I would find a way to repay your efforts.
Sure.
Long ago, the Legion served as the mediator of first and last resort. When an argument ran out of control, the Legion offered counsel.
Is the court system of Stonebridge inadequate?
For now, you will arbitrate civil matters that are beyond the purview of the courts. Mudgutter and his barristers will handle the criminals. Your first task is to handle a situation with a prisoner of ours, a Krug.
Free the
He has
Krug.
no crimes charged against him, but his fate is disputed. Many argue he's safer in prison. Others want him free.
We
He's
heard.
here in the Meister Hall's jail.
We know.
Make your inquiries there, then tell the automaton who presides over the jail what you've decided. It's hardly dragon slaying, but if you're true to the Legion, you'll have time for small matters. Go on now, I've got work to do.
Oh, we haven't spoken. Maybe we talked to him last. Because he's not actually marked in the quest book to speak to, but he does have a quest marker above him. On the minimap anyway.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't for me.
On the minimap he
Maybe
does,
that's
but
just
that's it.
the. Yeah. Maybe that's just for like, oh, this is where you go to get the final voting thing started.
Welcome to the Stonebridge Jail. Do you have business with the incarcerated?
I'd like to speak to the Krug prisoner. Fiddlewick asked me to appraise the situation and determine the Krug's fate.
Very well. It is Meister Fiddlewick's prerogative to entrust such decisions to strangers, rather than automated constables with decades of experience.
Better?
I know that feeling,
Please
buddy.
note that the Krug has been imprisoned for its own safety. It is highly unpopular with citizens, especially those who own pitchforks.
Grr.
Grr. Grr. What? couldn't have given him a bit more of
He's
anything?
a Krug. Clearly, he's a Pokemon and has to say his own name, but only just said the first half.
How did you wind up behind these bars?
Krr. Krr.
Are you being treated well?
Krr. Sorry about that. Seems the rattle in my lungs gets worse every year. You were asking about my treatment here? Just fine, thank you. The
Perfect.
automated constable here, Krr, tends to my comestibles and keeps away the rabble.
You're pretty well spoken for a Krug.
A Krug? Krr. Yeah, I guess that's what people think I am. I'm human. Just some ill twist of fate made me hideous and homely.
If you're not a Krug, why are you locked up?
I'm tired of being harassed and assaulted. This time I decided I'd let them think I'm a monster and keep me locked up. Krr. I've thought about getting out of here, but I have nowhere to go. I'm content to just stay here and daydream.
I have to decide whether you stay or go free.
Krr. Well, I suppose I've committed no crime, unless being hideous is illegal. But if it's all the same to you, I'm safe here. Let them go on thinking I'm a Krug. It won't hurt my feelings. If you let me go, have someone escort me out of the city at least.
Free the Krug.
Welcome to the Stonebridge Jail. Very well.
Krr.
Do you want to go free?
Krr. Krr.
A little surprised it actually reads.
A little bit.
Are you
The automated constable here. Krr.
Where did you learn to talk like that?
From my mother. Krr. Before she abandoned me. I guess when your son looks like a hideous monster, maternal compassion withers.
People seem to think you're a Krug. Why haven't you said something and corrected the situation?
I'm tired of being harassed and assaulted. This time I decided I'd let them think I'm a monster and keep me locked up. Krr. I've thought about...
I have to
Let...
Free him?
Huh?
Free him?
Sure, but let's see if we're able to escort him out of the city.
Welcome to the Stonebridge Jail. Do you have business with the incarcerated?
Isn't running a jail?
I apologize, but I was not designed to answer questions of a remedial nature. I repeat, do you have business with the incarcerated?
I mean, I don't want to ask. I don't want to question the Krug again because we've already gone through the dialogue.
Right.
Twice.
Right.
I've come to a decision on the Krug.
I will enact whatever outcome you deem appropriate. Please enunciate carefully.
Send him away.
Enunciate carefully, but none of these are specific enough except for keep him in jail.
Let the Krug go. He's done nothing illegal. The locals may try to hurt him.
There we go.
So he should be given an escort out of the city.
Very well. The Krug will be escorted to the city limits and set free. No automated constable could have formulated that solution. Thank you.
Krr.
I wasn't certain that the Legion had truly returned, but after witnessing your resolution of the
Oh, hey,
plight
the
of
engineer.
oppressed Krug
Suddenly.
proletariat, it caused a great imbalance in my sanguine humors. Fairly had me bursting with them. Now then, we have much to accomplish. Shall we get started?
What in the world are you talking about?
Oh my, do forgive me. I mistook you for a collegium woman. I meant only that it made me proud, whilst at the same time risking distempers of the blood. Now then, much to do, much to do. Shall we be off?
Reinhardt. Calm down.
What do you mean by we have much to do? Who exactly are you?
Yes, we. First person plural, in this case collective. I could lend you this excellent book on grammar, but wait, I'm forgetting my manners. I am Reinhard Menks, scholar, inventor, and sartorial adventurer. I have degrees in advanced thaumaturgical studies and non-Goblinian geometry. Naturally, I also have a dabbling in the classics, but more importantly to you, I am descended from the Grand Mage Merrick, a legionnaire through and through. Well, needless to say, it's been my dream to reunite with other children of the 10th Legion. Second only to the dream of a thaumaturgical waistcoat that can change its color and cut to match the latest season's fashions.
Really? That was so many references in all of that dialogue.
Okay.
So many goddamn references. Holy shit, where it is.
A little bit. And he reads them so fast.
Right? Also, thaumaturgical waistcoat, huh? Change its color, huh? Would you even call it a technicolor? The Gathering. The Gathering? What Gathering?
The one at the start of the game where the manor was burning down.
Oh. Right.
If you have Legion blood, why didn't you join us at the gathering?
Oh, you mean the invitation calculated to lure all the Legion descendants into one place? You must be joking. That was obviously a trap. One would have to be suicidal, or at least a great buffoon, to walk into that sort of setup.
I mean, yes,
oh
but...
my, do forgive me. I should have realized. I meant no offense. But in any case, no, I regretfully declined when that letter arrived.
Funny part is, you can play as him. And he would be there.
Right? I was going to.
How have you lived in Stonebridge all this time? I thought this town had a bad history with the Legion.
Had I trumpeted my lineage, we would have seen democracy in action. The ballot would have been whether I would be lynched or dissected, but still... I used to dream that the Legion would rise up from the ashes. But I also dream of square circles, so make of that what you will. The people of Stonebridge may have committed a terrible crime against the Legion, but I think it's time to forgive and rebuild.
Square circles exist as a shape, Reinhardt.
They're called rounded squares.
Squircles, actually.
Squircle.
But yes, round. Like...
Forgiveness is an old virtue of the Legion. I'd say your heart is in the right place.
In all my studies of time, I found that you can coil it, twist it, bend it, but it always unwinds the same way. Hatred can't undo the past, so why hold a grudge? Why bother defending Ebb if you can't accept that its people will make mistakes? And of course, forgiveness facilitates the open exchange of ideas. It's hard to have a symposium with a lynch mob.
I mean, not wrong.
You said you were a scholar, but have you seen any combat?
I'm hardly the mage that my great-grandfather was, but I was best in my class when it came to channeling and energy manipulation. I may possess a physique best described as suety, but by application of higher non-Goblinian mathematics, I could rip a man in half with a thought. Well, theoretically I could. It's not as though I practice on people. That would be rather rude, and mildly illegal, but mostly rude.
Mildly illegal?
God, I love this guy.
We need everyone in the Legion to join forces. Are you with us?
Am I with you? Does the thaumaturgical constant Q trend towards infinity for given values of the human soul?
What?
The answer is yes, by the way. The Legion needs to stand together, lest we fade into memory. So without further ado, let's be off.
That feels like a math reference, but he's completely lost me on that one.
A little bit.
Yeah, the other ones
we got
I caught
the full
on
party.
To, but who? That's a... Infinity. Hey, something. Yeah, Reinhardt, you lost me on that one.
I should thank you for resolving the matter of the Krug. Such a small issue, but it required an outside voice.
Do you have another problem for me to mediate?
Yes, I do. Baron is a wealthy landowner with a claim to many parcels of land here in town. He wants to charge rent to Hans. Hans has an equally compelling claim to the plot of land. Mudgutter informs me it's a case of eminent domain versus original acquisition. With the court deadlocked, both have agreed to let you settle their dispute. I'll have them meet you at the chapter house.
Baron. Not a bad name.
It's not a good one, but it's not bad.
Free the Krug. Free the Krug. Wait.
Please spend your currency at local markets.
Kinda wish they added an or else.
But just like a rare chance to be said.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goblin walking animation doesn't look that bad from slightly more up above.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely from the side, that was not good.
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
I am going the wrong way. Fucked it. Well, there's mediation quest.
Also, we're up to 3 orbs now.
I did notice that, actually.
Yeah, I think that happened after he finished stuff with the queen.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
They're here. I'm Hans. This is Baron. We have a disagreement, and we decided we'd abide by whatever decision you make.
Indeed. Years ago, the Legion settled disputes, and Hans and I have a conundrum that Stonebridge law can't resolve.
Well, so they definitely nailed the Baron look.
Those eyes are sunk so deep into his head.
We have a moment to listen to your dispute. Since you're both willing to abide by the decision, we'll mediate as best we can.
I purchased a parcel of land 15 years ago, and have been selling my wares for ages. The Baron here tells me I owe him rent.
You see, I bought large tracts of land back in the days of the farmer. Hans was taken by a charlatan. I certainly didn't authorize the sale.
Yes, well, you did nothing to stand up for your claim to the land. After endless talk with the barristers, we're still deadlocked.
Baron, tell me more about your claim to the land.
By right of original acquisition, the law says the land is mine. I bought it first. Sure, it was human lifetimes ago, but first is first. I am an old goblin, so years pass like months for me. I didn't notice Hans had set up shop and claimed my land as is until recently. I think I'm being fair. He owes me rent for the last several years, and if he wants to stay, he needs to keep paying rent, or he can leave.
Hans, can you explain why exactly you think your claim is stronger than the Baron's?
My purchase to the land was vetted and signed by the city of Stonebridge. They failed to research the land's original ownership. But even so, I can claim the right of eminent domain. I've used the land for over 10 years, with no argument from the original owner. I feel terrible that the Baron's land was sold out from under him, but he had ample time to correct this mistake.
I'm with Hans on this one.
I see. The laws are indeed at an impasse here, but I've come to a decision.
So what will it be? Is the land indeed mine, or does this human get to claim it?
I'm somewhere between these two.
Divide. Why not? Information provided by Baron seems lacking.
Yeah. Nothing really to
The
back it
land
up.
wasn't Hans's to buy, but the Baron did nothing to protect his claim. You must divide the property or buy out the other's stake.
I guess that's about as fair a ruling as you could make. Also a coward's decision. But I said I'd honor it, so I will.
I can't fit my shop on half of that parcel, but I suppose I should be happy for anything. Thank you for taking the time to arbitrate this.
Oh, you are a clever one. Now they will work it out themselves, but still remember your arbitration is fair.
A deal is a deal. Hans, let's go figure out which half is yours and which is mine. Hopefully we don't need someone to arbitrate that.
Yay!
Did it.
I think do we need to go talk to Dude again?
Yes. Yeah, but we could also probably do the other two quests, depending where the hell they are. Head back there again.
True. Well, one of them is in the foundry, the other one is underground.
And I just selected the Cryptoid. Which way does it go? Go straight. One does
That
this.
way.
Roll straight. Alright.
Yeah?
Please comply with all local laws and customs.
I feel like these gates could have gone a little faster.
Please spend your currency in
I
local
mean-
markets.
Or else.
I slightly wonder if they did that for a loading, like, screen thing.
Yeah, like a chunk loading.
Yeah.
Keep wanting to try and pan the camera down. Up?
Does feel like it should be something
forward.
Alright, they're both still this way.
Not so fast, Legionnaire. None shall pass this gate without the express authorization of the wise and beneficent Meisters of Stonebridge.
Beneficent.
Meister Castle asked us to end the work stoppage in the foundry.
I apologize. I do not comprehend the terms work stoppage, general strike, or free will. I will let you pass now. In the future, we will avoid this topic of conversation. Enjoy your time in the foundry.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Oh hey, there's a shop. We haven't been to this shop.
There is.
Hello there, friends. Looking for anything in particular?
Yes, to open up your shop and not talk to you. But, I mean, since I'm talking to you anyway.
How is business on this side of town?
It's a living, but not by much. Can't turn my back for a minute or folks seem to wander off with my goods. But don't let my ranting and rambling ruin your day. Give a holler if you want something.
And then it moved me away from the counter. Thanks, game.
Typical.
Chaos. Bloodletting.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
It's bleed.
Or is it?
I would be surprised if it wasn't. The Krug sent us.
No, for a whole lot of not combat in town, there's a lot of safe.
Yeah, a little bit. Sweat cog.
Hey, got a second? See, I built this automaton, and it might have gone into a bloodthirsty frenzy of violence, maybe. If you could do me a favor, I figure it'd be in everyone's best interest if it got smashed up without involving the local authorities. Last thing I need is to have the Sweatcog brand name lose its immaculate reputation for safety.
What sort of name is Sweatcog?
Engineering is 10% innovation, 20% math, and 80% perspiration. Sweatcog is a proud name. Don't mock it.
110%.
I think that's the joke. 20% math and gets the math wrong.
Can't you just shut it off?
Or maybe the extra 10% is
I
something
thought
to do
of
with the
that.
innovation.
Problem is, I thought of that after I built the construct. So, the only off switch it's got involves smashing it.
We'll take care of it. Just tell us where it is.
Excellent. You'll find the automaton on the other side of town. Just try to deal with it before it causes too much trouble. If you stop it, come on back and I'll pay you for your efforts.
What it says on the other side of town.
I assume it's more this way.
Oh, it's fucking back the way we came.
Oh.
Means, Lamb, it gets to wait.
Ah, good. I thought I'd find you here. I heard the Legion was back in town, and I've been scampering to get my old notes in order. You see, I've been archiving the history of the 10th Legion in Stonebridge. A sad history, to be sure, but my research can help you.
Time to talk, bye.
Go on.
Goodbye.
What kind of research do you mean?
I've studied the event of the local Legion's demise, the riots. I've kept track of many looters and killers that profited on that day. Some who looted the chapter house proudly displayed their ill-gotten gains, showing off stolen Legion property to house guests. Such arrogance. Well, I have kept track of these pompous criminals, especially the ones who insisted they'd be buried with their trophies.
You spent all this time investigating the Legion's rightful properties. We're in your debt. Where are these artifacts?
I, for one, respect what the Legion did for our kingdom. I'm just doing my part to honor their memory. I've assembled a list of graves that should contain stolen property. Problem is, the crypts have become too dangerous of late.
The crypts that we've been assigned to clear?
Take my notes. Unless the thieves have started looting coffins at random, you should be able to recover the stolen items.
We have entered the crypts of the sacred blood.
Blood. Is this a dungeon we can siege in 15 minutes? Let's find out.
I should think a clever
you
thief
working?
could find something less
No.
conspicuous to smuggle, yes?
Oh my god, look at all the dead bodies. Oh, they're robots.
Thieves? Well, at least it isn't Lescancy witches and their undead minions, yes?
Fuck thieves.
Wow. Fucking Menks looks like a real madman in his little coin portrait. Reinhardt, that's his name. Reinhardt.
I mean, you had his last name.
The new guy.
That bridge should lead us deeper into the crypt, yes?
A bridge.
I assume the one we just went over. Yeah. Yeah, grave robbing. Oh, it might be this bridge.
That makes sense.
Wait, why did that middle thing turn? You know what? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Aesthetics.
Magic.
I didn't say how, I said why. There was nothing for it to connect to on the bottom.
Magic.
Venomous shotgun. Oh shit, I can roll into things to break them now.
I can't.
That really, really shitty ability has a use. A very fringe use, but a use.
Automatons? Here? My, the plot thickens, yes?
But, Katarina, does the plot really thicken? We were told about automatons.
We were told that automatons have been disassembled. We didn't know that they had them active. I think?
I mean, we were told that they looked like they were also studied.
Yeah. I don't know why she does a backstep. See, he just looks like a gorilla over there, actually.
Boy, Or does he?
He really does. He looks like he belongs in Planet of the Apes.
The weird spot for a second.
At least it wasn't in the gravestone. Okay. No. No.
This feels like normal Dungeon Siege dungeon.
A little bit.
Nicely done. Now let us find the leader of this gang of thieves.
That's a lot of fire.
They have the Flammenwerfer.
They really do. That was a massive amount of crit damage.
Guessing that's our boss room. Alright, now. Keep going.
All rooms are a boss room, if we just try hard enough.
I mean, I would more say if you're bad enough at building, but... like 7 dudes showed up when I was already in the middle of a fight, so... I also just kind of feel like these guys aren't taking much damage.
No, it really doesn't feel that way. Guy just fired a napalm rocket at me. Powered ability unlocked. Fall from the heavens.
I wonder what that ability allows you to do. Oh.
I have no idea what the hell the empowered variant does.
Bigger AoEs.
When empowered, Angelis fall from the heavens, creates a searing radius of damage over time at the location where.
Bigger AoEs.
Versus whose? Nobody knows.
Trick question, it's all mine.
Swinging blades of doom.
Swinging blades of impracticality.
The automatons are actually kind of annoying.
A little bit. Man, it's a good thing, like, the traps in this place still work. And I know that's pretty standard for settings like this, but, like, something like that seems like it would take a lot of maintaining.
I am. Perfect opportunity to roll.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work as well as I hoped it did.
No? Oh, right, there's a chest out. Where do you keep going that way, Lamb? You do have a quest mark room.
Oh, I thought you had already been in that room.
Nope. Artifact thing?
Yes.
This journal, which once belonged to the Carolus family, is a continual record of Legion history. Dating from the foundation of Ep to the time of the sect resurgence, it seems to have been written by several generations of the family, all of whom were Legionnaires. Sadly, the journal has been lying in the damn crypt for almost a decade, and some of the entries are now illegible. That was very helpful.
How very informative.
I now have all of the information at my fingertips.
Absolutely riveting storytelling. I cast Fall Over Dead.
Sounds like something that would only target yourself.
I mean, it's basically feign death. Alright. Oh, that seems like a bad idea. Please let me move.
Modified automaton. Well, while you're over there, for over a century, the city of Stonebridge was dominated by the Ketzler family. The origins are rather more humble than most people remember. The old Versant tongue, Ketzler means cat catcher. The family originally earned their coin by capturing stray animals in the city. Fortunes changed thanks to Rust Ketzler, local sellsword, drunk, and ne'er-do-well. Rust was numbered among the 14 companions of the Lady Mont Baron who saved the kingdom from the second. This suggests that, in fact, the heroes had found a drunken Rust Ketzler in an upstairs room of an inn, where he had fallen out of bed, attempted to solicit an ungodly sum of coin for his services, and then vomited explosively at their feet. They tactfully refused his offer and left him where he lay.
Okay then.
I see. Rupert Ketzler was rather more clever than his elder brother, and he capitalized shamelessly on Rust's fame, getting himself elected as mayor by a near-unanimous majority. His descendants held the office for 4 generations after him, ending with the disastrous reign of the young Thomas Ketzler. Here lies Rupert Ketzler, Lord Mayor of Stonebridge from 1145 to 1208. Invited goblins into the city in the year 1154 and presided over the early years of the Goblin Renaissance. Brother of Rust Ketzler, a hero of Ebb, and companion of Light. Here's the other. According to the epitaph at the base, this urn holds the ashes of Gerard de Montmorency, a hero of the War of Legion, who became Grand Master of the 10th Legion. Unfortunately, the last of his descendants were murdered by Jane Cassinder and her moms when they sacked the Grand Chapter House in Stone. A lot more reading and shit in that room than I expected.
Considering there was like none in the courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, about hiding behind those pillars.
I mean, it worked. Worked long enough for me to get you back up.
Back to the fight.
Except I am currently shooting through the pillar, so...
Hold the fire!
Hold it, I'm on my...
There are so many miscellaneous levers doing shit just all over this damn place.
Right?
Realize Johann Meiderzoon, master artist. Official portrait painter for 5 generations of the Kessler family. Their innumerable cats. Died from a suspicious fall in 1264. Last words, if I have to paint one more damnable kitten, especially one that's wearing a frilly dress or a flowered bonnet, I swear I'll jump.
Okay.
Do you think you got asked to, another cat?
No. I think he was pushed.
Why the hell do we need a cutscene-like thing for a shipping label?
Because this one's plot sensitive.
Or wasn't even a marker on the minimap for it? 4 bundles of parchment. Right. Oh, hi, Lime.
Yep. I was just sitting here looking at weapons. Recover stolen wool and parchment.
Free boss. Boss. And to answer the question from about 25 minutes ago, no.
No. We cannot siege a dungeon in 15 minutes.
At least not this one.
Alright, that looks fake, but whatever.
Though this script is pretty fucking massive.
Well, I mean, they were building onto it for how many years?
I spent a small fortune hiring every cut, purse, footpad, and ruffian this side of Rukenval. Great deal of good it did me.
That's it.
Good idea setting up shop in the crypts. Think of all the money you saved on funeral expenses.
There's
I was
plenty
not
of
expecting that
open
to be a
graves
one-liner, but
available.
okay.
Let me know where I should dump your corpses after we kill you.
Only one with the ability to slow, you bastard.
Income clockworks.
Nothing personal. You just seen too much.
Sorry, you say nothing personal?
Do you teleport first?
I don't know.
bleed you now. At least burying you will be easy.
Nothing personal, you've just seen too much.
Nothing personal. You just seen too much. I'm going to have to bleed you now.
Never should have come here. Okay, come on. He didn't even run into me. That time he did.
Lava. It betrayed me.
Maybe the boss will give you a bonus for gutting. Nothing personal. You just seen too much.
Trying to ability, and it just would not let me.
Never should have come down here, kid.
Alright, that might have been my fault.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know how I managed to perfectly lead those orbs into you, but, at least it's easy to bury us.
Yeah.
I spent a small fortune hiring every cut. There's
Okay, I don't know what killed me there. I got knocked over and then killed by something I couldn't see. Thanks.
Well, I mean, I did get you up, but...
You got me up and then I tripped. Yeah! Floor level.
Maybe the boss will give me a bonus for gutting.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I have no idea how I got you up without dying there.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'll take it. I don't know how I went down again.
At least burying you will be easy.
Okay, again, he didn't actually run into me with that.
Never should have come down here, kid.
Can we get this guy on our team?
Yeah, apparently he has the power of cheating on his side.
I'm going to have to bleed you now. At least burying you will be easy.
I got 1K crit.
Enough. I know when I've met my match.
Jesus.
Spare my life, and I'll go quietly.
If you tell us what you've been doing down here, the Meisters might not hang you.
The dapper old gent hired us to abscond with the city's automatons. We tear them up, turn them over to the gent, he pays us good coin. I guess he's selling the damn things on the black market, but it's none of my affair. It's hard to carry those metal brutes very far, so we set up here, in the crypts. The locals don't come down here. Not anymore.
You kept a few of the automatons for yourself. How did you manage to control them?
Got those from the gent. He must have rebuilt some of the ones we stole for him, and gave them new orders.
One more question. How do I find the dapper old gent?
Best of luck to you, friend. I've sent people to follow him, but it's been no use. He's like a ghost. My men will trail him to a dead-end alley, and like that, he'll be gone. He finds me, I never seek him out.
Constables will be coming to arrest you. If you try to run, we'll hunt you down.
Oh no. I think I prefer him on my team rather than hunting. Rest.
I'll let you free if you teach me to do that dashing bullshit.
Let's now return to Mud Gutter.
The pendant bears the graven image of a beautiful woman dressed in the traditional armor of the 10th Legion. On the reverse side is a simple inscription, For my Eloisa. Bear this to war, but bear yourself home to me safely. Faithful forever, Guillaume.
Guillaume?
Guillaume.
How the hell did that
just
vase
the shortcut.
still exist after all the combat?
Good question.
Why else would that thief give up the gent so readily?
I don't know if he really gave up the gen so easily, Katarina.
And I mean, does it matter? Watched a box respawn. Okay then. That box, like, yeeted its gear halfway across the map.
Is that why it was over by the door?
Yeah.
Our friend Mudgutter will be pleased to hear of this, yes?
Oh. It's right there all along.
Almost had it open.
First number 3438, destination Charles's Mercantile, contents 3. Where all these enemies come from again? Why are the doors closed again?
Look, they have automatons. They can have closing crypt doors.
Wait a minute. What do you mean that's available again? I opened it a moment ago.
It's been 20 minutes-ish. That would be really weird if the corpses were...
Die.
I'm fine. And stop paying attention.
Not quite who I was expecting to go to with that ability, but I'm over here. God damn, these guys hurt.
Don't worry, we're about to level again.
Goblin needle pistol. What you always wanted.
You have decent agility, but it drops my attack too much. However, this goblin boomstick I picked up.
Quest number 3440, destination Schnauz's Mercantile. Contents 30 cards, camel, hounds.
Yeah.
Well, time to leave.
Yep.
Same, because combat. Combat game. What combat? I gotta be able to say. These guys are just scripted to run up the stairs, by the way, because I rolled by them and they still partly ran up the stairs. But they're like, wait a minute.
Stairs are weird. We also can't aim down. Some of my abilities don't seem to, like my one does.
Keep entering combat, they won't be able to have us level up, Lamb.
Yep. Damn it, I almost had it.
I was trying to get the save off.
I mean, we've already been through this whole place. This is the boss arena again. Hey, buddy, you still haven't run away?
That's a question. Why was that bridge open? Time to save again. God, Lamb, we finally made it out. Did it.
The sun!
So, my research was put to good use. I'm glad the artifacts are back in the hands of the Legion.
Can we save and end here then, Lamb?
Alright, sounds like a plan.